All right, everybody, welcome back to the Sooner or Later podcast. I'm your host, Joey, and right now we're doing a re-review of Tenet. So Eric saw Tenet in 70mm because it re-released, and so Eric's going to talk about it. I also rewatched it so that I could speak confidently on how I feel about the movie. So Eric, how was Tenet in 70mm format?
So it wasn't like Oppenheimer where like literally off the bat, the first frame is just like, this is 70 mil.
Really?
It wasn't like that. This time it wasn't. He only used 70 mil sparingly. But when
so
he
like
did,
how you would normally shoot a movie.
Yeah. So, I mean, it was cool. Don't get me wrong. The experience was cool. It's not no Oppenheimer.
So would you say it was worth it?
I mean, it was worth it just to see it again in like a big ass fucking screen with like an audience again because...
and everybody who's there would be fucking crazy Nolan heads too.
Yeah.
You weren't seeing it like the first time you saw it where people
with
were
haters.
Like, oh, what? I don't understand.
What's going on?
So did they remaster the sound at all?
I thought it was fine.
Right? So I rewatched it. I watched it on YouTube at 480p because that's what YouTube movies stream at.
Cool.
The movie still looks great. I thought the movie sounded good. So when we first saw it, I also had problems hearing it. I was like, yo, this mastering is all fucked up. But like for the home release, I don't know if they fixed it or not, or like maybe the headphones helped.
The EQ, I don't know.
Like it was good. I was like, this isn't bad.
Like,
yeah,
I think it was totally like a theater's thing where the theater didn't set it up correctly or something.
Yeah.
Or like they had bad instructions at first. But like, bro, this it's great. I think it's great.
I also think it's great.
There's so many like quotable lines in this. Like his like, I ordered my hot sauce an hour ago.
Yeah, I mean, I will never understand why people don't like this movie. Like it's not great. I think I loved it the first time I saw it, and now I think it's fine. Like it's a good movie. I still think it's like fun and better than most other directors' movies because Christopher Nolan knows how to fucking direct, man. He is a goddamn director.
And we love fucking John David Washington, man. He's the GOAT in my eyes.
Dude, man. So his acting is a little wooden in this movie, but I think it's supposed to be.
I also think it's supposed to be his like character or something.
Right, because I think before we had seen Tenet, we had seen BlacKkKlansman, and in BlacKkKlansman, he is stellar. I mean, like that is truly this man being the most charismatic he's ever been. And then this, he's like reserved and stoic, and it's like, oh, he's a spy. Like he's a super spy. He's not supposed to be like debonair or whatever. In this rewatch, did you hear him dip into that Denzel voice a little bit?
No.
Dude, during
what do you mean?
During the kitchen scene, he sounded like Denzel. 100% sounded like Denzel. There were multiple things that he said, and I was like, holy shit, that's Denzel Washington. That's crazy.
Does sound like Denzel being around him his whole life.
Well, yeah, like he's going to naturally just pick up on his way of speaking or whatever. But I think in the first time I had seen this, I was like, well, he doesn't sound like him. Like he sounds like John David Washington. But in this, I'm like, oh, no, he's like really giving it his all, which is like a good thing because it's not like his dad's a bad fucking actor or anything.
Yeah.
It was just interesting. Like when he's in your ears, you pick up on different vocal things that he's doing as opposed to when you're just in the theater. And most of what you hear is like Ludwig's score going like, wow, just big as shit.
Fucking Ludwig, man. That was another cool thing of seeing it in IMAX. Just the sound, like the score of the whole movie, man, was great.
Bro, oh man. I mean, everybody said it 1,000 times and I'll say it 1,000 more. The first 15 minutes of this movie is like perfect.
It was hard.
Oh man, I could watch it over and over and over again. I could watch it at 25% brightness and love it. I could watch it like fully kitted out. Like, oh, man, it's just everything. Like the choreography in this movie, it does not get enough love, dude. It sucks that this movie like that there's no like a best action award or something like that or best choreography.
Yeah,
because this movie would have fucking
he goes hard,
dude. That slide under the clothes into the coat.
I was going to say that.
Sick, bro. It's sick.
And even like all the ways that they shot the backwards fighting, like I watched like a behind the scenes thing, and I think they actually shot it backwards.
They shot it in reverse, right?
Yeah, they didn't do the trick of like just doing it forwards and then just reversing it.
Dude, I mean, that right there says it all. Like that takes artistry to be able to do that. You can't just fucking like people saying it's a bad movie. I think is crazy. Like, because even if I wasn't a Nolan fanboy, like, I just don't think it's bad. How could you think it's bad?
I mean, I honestly don't know. Like, even I just think of it as like a spy movie. I don't even think of it as a Nolan movie. Like, sure, it is a Nolan movie, but you can just boil it down to what's a spy movie.
Yeah,
it happens to have this element of time.
And I almost think the Nolan parts of it make it worse. If it was less complicated and they were just like, no, this is how it's going to happen. This is what we're doing here. Don't like, we're not going to discuss anything else. It almost would have made it better. Like, because people say that a lot of the like exposition around the time travel is like hand wavy, but it's like, it could have been way more hand wavy. And I think it almost would have made the film more cohesive, you know?
Yeah, it would have made people think less about it. Maybe, I don't know, just maybe accept it as it is, not just like trying to delve deep into a certain side, like, you know, certain thing.
Yeah, I think it almost would have been better if they were like, we haven't gotten there yet. All we know is that this tech is irradiated, and that's what makes it move backwards. But we're still studying it, and all you got to do is feel the bullet into your hand. That's it. That's all you need. Because you know who doesn't fucking explain shit? Q when he's giving shit to James Bond. My man doesn't explain nothing to nobody. He says, tap this watch 3 times, it'll blow that car up. And James Bond goes, dashing. And then he walks away or whatever the fuck, you know? Like,
yeah.
I think Christopher Nolan just got too in his head about shit and was like, oh no, I have to explain things. And I think it would have been better if you would have just been like, don't worry about it. Just don't worry about it.
Yeah, if he just gave the audience an action movie.
Dude, if this is a raw action movie where they're like, that thing shifts time and you start going back in time naturally, that's good. Just run that bitch. Run that bitch.
Yeah.
Because then you like, but then would it have not felt Nolan enough? I mean,
but then Neil's character, right? A physicist.
Yeah.
You're like, what the fuck are you doing here, man?
Oh, I mean, we got a couple minutes left, but like, can we just talk about how great the casting is in this? Nobody misses a fucking beat, dude. Nobody misses a beat. Everybody from, dude, the very last scene, it's been out forever now. If you haven't seen it, I don't know why you're watching this. But the scene where they're breaking apart the algorithm and you're like, is Aaron Taylor Johnson about to murder some motherfuckers right now?
Dude.
And then he just decides not to. He was like, I'm going to let it be. Whatever. We're fine.
Even this time, I thought Kenneth, dude, that dude's a menace, man. Dude,
oh my God. So I was making
this time I was like, oh shit.
You really truly feel how evil of a man this dude is. When he throws the pillow at her and says, bite on this, and then starts wrapping his fist in the belt.
Bro, I got scared. Oh my God. The sound of that leather was fucking terrifying.
It was scary. And then for her to be like, if you hit me, I'm going to yell so fucking loud that my man next door won't stop. That wall won't stop him. And he was just like, I don't give a fuck. I'm like, Kenneth Branagh, what happened to you in your life for you to be such an evil character and play it so well?
Something happened.
Good. He's mesmerizing in the role too, though. Even though his accent's kind of shitty, isn't it?
A little, yeah, it's a little.
It's like a little force when he's like, duh, I must get the algorithm. And it's like, what the fuck? You're British, man.
But he plays it like that the whole time, so I think it's fine.
Oh yeah, he doesn't break. He is like, I'm the shittiest Ukrainian actor, but I'm going for it or whatever. And then Elizabeth Debicki is her name, right? The main actor?
The model? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
She is fucking fantastic, dude.
Oh, she's so tall. Dude, I couldn't stop thinking about that.
Walking through the kitchen is breathtaking, though, because these dudes got to be 6'4", and she's 4 inches taller than them. It's like, holy shit, you're massive.
She's huge.
You could kill these men. All right, we're running up on our 10-minute time limit here. Do we want to give scores on these re-reviews or no?
Nah.
It's just great. It's good. It's really good. Yeah. It's not great.
It still hasn't made us money yet.
No? Oh my God.
It's at 360.
It's not even close.
But it's gonna be in IMAX for like 6 days now.
I mean, yeah.
So you know.
So are you telling people go see it in 70mm if you can?
Like if you got a theater of 1 of 8 near you, go ahead. If it's like 20 minutes away, go ahead.
That's the max. You're saying drive for 20 minutes if you're gonna go.
30. Drive for 30. Yeah.
Drive for 30.
That's how much I had to drive. Yeah.
I mean, you heard it here first, folks. If you have an IMAX 70mm projector, it's within 30 minutes of you, go drive and go see this shit. I watched it on my MacBook, and it was great. My MacBook, I was using the Pixel Buds Pro. Shit sounded great. Shit looked great. I was feeling it. I was vibing this morning while I was making breakfast. It was such a good time. All right, everybody. Hopefully you guys stick around for the beginning of our Oscars marathon that is going to take 3 weeks.
Oscar Mania.
Yeah, we're going to review Maestro, so tune in for that. We love you guys. Bye.
See you.